Welcome to the Bandsaw module. Within this module, I will identify the main parts, go over setup procedures, and I will demonstrate how to operate the bandsaw in a safe and correct manner. We will begin with identifying the most relevant parts of the bandsaw and start off by looking at the upper wheel guard plus the wheel itself. Notice that around the circumference of the wheel there is a thick lining of rubber. This is the riding surface upon which the bandsaw blade travels during operation. Similarly, the bottom wheel setup is identical except that this wheel is a drive wheel, whereas the upper wheel is the driven wheel. This means that the bottom wheel is connected directly to the motor and the upper wheel is dog trekking, or in other words, following the lower wheel's actions. Now we are looking at the on and off switch. The green button is to start the machine and the red button is to stop. In line with this switch is a lockout switch, which is designed to ensure the machine cannot be accidentally started during major maintenance or repair work. This is the brake pedal, which enables the operator to stop the blade from spinning once the off switch has been depressed and the blade is still spinning due to momentum. This cast steel surface is the table, and within the center of this is the throat plate. This assembly is a blade guard which protects the operator from excess blade being exposed, and connected to this at the bottom is the blade guide. As the name insinuates, it literally helps in guiding the blade to where it is supposed to be. Using the bandsaw with these two guides misadjusted or worn out can cause the blade to break prematurely, as well as create a lot of unsettling noise. Now that we are familiar with the nomenclature of the bandsaw, we must learn some basic procedures for proceeding to cut. In order to do so, the blade guard and guide assembly must be set just above the thickness of the workpiece in order to ensure ease of maneuverability. Without making this adjustment, your workpiece would get trapped and thus would not be cut. In order to make this adjustment, there is a chrome handle on the side of the bandsaw that enables you to release the blade guard guide assembly. Turn left to loosen it and right to retighten. Remembering the phrase lefty loosey and righty tighty is a good way to remember the direction one must turn to lock the handle. When cutting stock, it is imperative that one never place their hands in line with the cutting blade. Rather, they should always be on the sides of the blade in order to prevent injury from taking place. This means you can have your right hand on one side of your piece of stock and the left on the left side, or both hands on the right side or left side respectively. When cutting small stock, this can be done but only with the aid of a push stick. One should never use their fingers to introduce a small piece of stock. There are push sticks readily available throughout the shop. Utilize them accordingly. They are a piece of lumber shaped to be an extension of your hand so that you do not have to place your hands in harm's way. Lay the push sticks flat on the tabletop and grasp the handle, while anchoring your small workpiece in the 90-degree notches. Then gently feed your workpiece in the orientation that you want to cut. If the push stick gets cut during the procedure, do not worry, as they are meant to be sacrificial and can be easily replaced. Here's a demo of a cut using push sticks. At the end of every cut, always remember to use the push sticks or another sacrificial piece to remove your offcuts. Never place your fingers anywhere near the blade, as this exposes you to extreme danger. Here's a cut of a long piece of lumber where push sticks are not required. Notice that all my fingers are bunched together like a bear paw when introducing my lumber into the blade. This concludes the bandsaw module.